Hi everyone.
Hi.
So this is the other Mel.
So I'm from Aussie Beauty Talk.
Yes.
Because I'm Aussie and I talk about beauty.
That's a very clever name.
Fun fact, it started as Aussie Asian Beauty because I wanted to target like Australian Asians. Yeah. But if you type that into YouTube, it's like websites for like older men.
Like Asian brides or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
you don't want that.
No.
And she's come to visit me from Newcastle and we thought we'd get together and do a video because she suggested that we talk about being Asian in the beauty community, like full on straight down, like into the deep end, like serious questions. So we thought we'd do it because it's been a long time since I've done like a talky video and I thought it'd be fun and potentially controversial, potentially eye-opening. It could be a whole ton of things. We have filmed part 1 on her channel where we talk about some other questions that she came up with, and these are the questions I've come up with. So hopefully you find this interesting. And yeah, let's start rambling. Let's start with the first question. Asian beauty stereotypes you hate?
You can start.
There is a stereotype that Asians have very fair skin. And when I talk about Asians, again, I'm talking about like Southeast Asians, because I feel like in Australia when people say Asians, it's mostly referring to Asians in that area. Yeah, I feel like that's what people expect. People expect you to have very fair skin. When you don't match that perception, then it's kind of like people are like, oh, maybe you should just wear some brightening creams. I feel like a lot of Asians do kind of want that very fair look, and they'll use brightening creams and whitening creams and like foundations 3 shades lighter than their skin tone.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily a healthy thing to have, because yeah, obviously not all Asians have very fair skin.
No. Yeah, I totally agree. Like even like trying to buy foundation from some Asian brands
it's tricky.
Like it's all very light.
Like I am the darkest shade in a lot of Asian brands and I'm not even dark. It astounds me to say that I am the darkest in a lot of those ranges. And in fact, when I went to Korea, all of the BB creams and all that I couldn't buy because it's just way too dark for me, way too light for me, sorry. So because it's so different to the Western market, like complete opposite. Instead of like tan skin and all that being the big thing, it's like very fair skin.
I feel like it's associated with wealth a bit, like in the Asian countries.
Yeah, true, because the people that had more money didn't have to go out and work and be in the sun and all that.
Okay, my one that I don't like is, it's like a little bit of a pet peeve. It's just that the fact that Asian beauty like really focuses around youth and like looking younger and like very youthful like makeup. But I already look like I'm about like 16 years old.
And also kind of like childish makeup.
Yeah,
so looking like a child.
Weird.
Yeah, it can sort of sometimes sexualize looking
children.
Yeah, and that's very I'm not necessarily in agreement with that. Another stereotype is that like all Asians have monolids, and I have to say I even get some people asking me, can I do more monolid eye tutorials? Because I don't have monolids.
Sorry, I can't help you.
There are Asians with monolids, but there are also non-Asians with monolids too. The thing is that Asian eyelids can come in all shapes and sizes.
That's so true about the eyes though. Like I remember when I first moved to like a bigger place or like met with Asians besides my family, because I grew up in a tiny town and we were the only Asians. People would like compliment me on like that my eyes were big, or that like I didn't have a monolid.
Yeah.
Like it was...
Oh yeah.
It's just like weird because it's one of those things that you're born with.
That's true, and you have no say in it. Yeah, big eyes is another. Yeah, big eyes. Or nose. Like you're like, oh, your nose is so like you've got such a high bridge.
Pointy nose.
I feel like there's heaps more that I hate.
Go on.
This is not necessarily a beauty stereotype, but I know a lot of people think that Asians are really like meek and very like subservient.
Well, it's kind of like a cultural thing. Like growing up as a child in an Asian family, like I had to show a lot more respect to like adults.
Yeah.
Than people like my friends from other families who are just full Australian. I don't know if you found the same thing. Yeah,
because you know, respect for your parents and respect for elders was a very strong thing pushed on people, and like you would never call an adult by their first name.
No.
A lot of my aunties and uncles, non-related, do not know their first names. But in a way it helps because you can just be like auntie and uncle, you know? But other beauty stereotypes.
What else is there?
That Asians age really well. So we're always like forever youthful.
Not true.
Someone guessed that I was 33 today. That was really upsetting.
That's offensive.
It's not that far off my actual age.
I remember one of my friends once was surprised that I started getting like forehead wrinkles.
She's like, shouldn't you only get that when you're 60? Because you're Asian.
She was like, you're aging. You have wrinkles.
One of my Asian friends told me that that's how you can tell if an Asian is over 30 is if you see like when they smile and you see lines here.
Over 30?
Yeah, so you see lines here.
I'll keep that in mind.
So have I got them yet?
No, you're good.
But yeah, it's not necessarily true. But I am hoping that, you know, I will age pretty well.
Yeah, me too.
You just never invite people to like guess your age.
No, bad time.
It never ends well. So the next question I have, which kind of relates to that one, is what techniques do you employ to work with your Asian features?
It's a good one. Like going down a shade in bronzer, which can be difficult. Like I don't think I could ever use a bronzer from the Australian drugstore.
Yeah, they're very fair.
Fair and orange normally.
Yeah, and a lot of Asian skin tones are like a little bit olive, yellow, and so anything too orange looks very strange. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I don't like using massive eye brushes, and I find that a lot of the eye brush sets that are sold, the brushes are way too big, and on a small eyelid space, if you want to keep the eyeshadow closer to your like lash line and make it look more natural, it just gets everywhere.
Like this is an eyeshadow brush. I would blend with that, but it would like I'd have to be careful because otherwise I'd end up with like eyeshadow in my eyebrows.
Exactly. That's why I like kind of smaller brushes, like Japanese brushes like this, where you can really get in and work with a smaller area and add more precision, because I don't want my eyeshadow just to blow out everywhere.
I also do my like eyeliner differently than the way I was probably taught. I like to do more of it goes more down than it would like traditionally. I used to go like kind of try to make it go like up here, but my eyes just naturally turn down more.
Yeah, turn
down.
I
need to like follow it.
In a lot of Asian tutorials, you'll see like Pony, the Korean makeup artist, she goes downwards in her
I like
eyeliner, and that's because of the eye shape. So, you know, it kind of looks a lot more natural.
Yeah. It looks,
going that way.
It's really flattering actually.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it depends on your style. You have to really work with your eye shape. Or something I do, which took me a long time to realise, is I have to brush my eyebrows down when I use gel. Because I used to love that look, you know, when people
like
brush
all
it
the
up.
editorial.
Yeah, editorial. I love it so much, and I used to try to do it all the time. And then I just realised I got Asian brows; they point downwards.
Yes.
You just have to like let it do what it wants to do.
Speaking about hair, I mean eyelashes. Eyelashes go downwards.
Yes.
So you know, you really have to use a mascara that can actually hold a curl, can
100%.
lift it up, give length, give volume, give everything. That's why I find Asian mascaras, like Japanese mascaras, they're fantastic, because the criteria for, you know, actually working on an Asian lash is like
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the brush is smaller. In Western culture, the brushes are so huge, and it just gets all over your eye.
Look, I've got this one from Innisfree. Look at this one.
Oh, is it
This
tiny?
is a skinny one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that just literally came off. The brush just came in off there. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. There was a small one in here. But I don't have an example. Basically, the ones tend to be smaller.
Yeah.
And they're just so much better. And also liners, I find that Japanese liners, Korean liners work a lot better on my eyes, because this part gets oily.
Yes.
Those eyeliners just hold up so well under oily eyelids and under these kind of conditions.
One of my tips, well, it's kind of because of my skin, like it's because my skin's a bit darker. When I use eyeshadow palettes, often they'll have like a cream shade in there that's for your base, like to set your primer. Yeah. And people always use it on YouTube. Yeah. If you have like my skin color, don't do that. Oh yeah. Because it's too white. It like washes out your eyelid area.
Or you were saying like the super fair like white eyeliner.
Yeah,
on the waterline.
I used to put
It can look odd. I feel like a lot of palettes, besides maybe the indie brands or like brands like MAC and NARS, who I feel like have a very inclusive range, sometimes the shade ranges is pretty poor and would really only suit like fair complexions, like that Benefit palette that recently came out that was like 12 shades of beige.
And then some of the Asian brands only have like the Asian style, which is like sheer, shimmer and lid.
Yeah, and that's not really for me.
That's not what I want.
But it is kind of the trend there, so you know.
It's like we want Western makeup that would suit Asian skin. Like we like the more Western style, but like would actually like.
Yeah, I know. There should be a brand that is like for Asians living in the Western world.
Yes. We should start it. Become millionaires.
Yeah. Let's talk about how do you feel about foundation shade selection
Oh my goodness.
in Western versus Asian markets or brands?
Oh gosh. This is a hard one.
Like I said before, I am the darkest shade generally in Asian brands, which is crazy. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's catering towards a certain market, but I'm sure in those markets there are people that really struggle to find their own shade. Surely not everyone can be super, super fair. I don't think it's necessarily a great thing. Having said that, I have seen some Asian brands go into Western markets and expand their shade range slightly. Good. Like Kogan Do, they have now got, I think, a few deeper shades. It's still not 30 shades or 40 shades or anything like that, but it is a bit more inclusive. So I think that is good.
Like, it's kind of funny because Asian's not that inclusive, to be honest. Like, it's all about supply and demand in Asia.
Yeah. In
the Western world, people have kind of opened up like more to like, you know, show that they're inclusive. They don't really care, but they're just trying to show they're inclusive.
Yeah, that's actually true in a way.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's still it's hard to find like your match as an Asian.
Generally, you find with Asian brands, they only have like 4 shades. Or 3 or 4 shades. If an Asian brand has 10 shades, that's like generally really a lot. Even like, you know, BB creams, which are very popular, 2 shades generally.
So strange.
I mean, even beyond makeup, fashion, Asian fashion, a lot of it is one size fits all. When I went to Korea,
so true.
One size fits all. Couldn't fit me. So I'm not a size 0.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing. And because they're catering to one size fits most with the makeup and the fashion. So you're right, but there's no push to be inclusive compared to the Western world. Everything's about
image. Sometimes
I feel like cruelty-free is like slapped on there because it's like, oh, that's going to sell more, cruelty-free. But it's not necessarily because they actually care that much about like the animals.
For a long time, I couldn't buy my foundation at Priceline, and I just wouldn't wear foundation.
Which is crazy because like there are definitely people with your skin tone here.
Yeah, like in Priceline, I couldn't. Now I can. Like I think Rimmel London and maybe Revlon, I can. But still, like, most brands I couldn't. Like, CoverGirl, I couldn't.
I mean, that probably goes on to the next question, which is how do you feel about Asian representation in marketing?
Oh my goodness. This is such a big topic. In my video on my channel, we talked a little bit about the YouTubers who are in ads, especially in Australian YouTubers. Like, I don't think I've ever seen, like, an Asian.
Or you will have, like, a token Asian.
Like, I loved when Poe was in the Priceline campaign.
Oh, yeah.
The, like, Beautiful You campaign. But then I mentioned it in one of my other videos, like, lots of the images were really whitewashed. Like, it kind of just made everyone look white. I think it would just be nice to see more representation because it's hard to see yourself liking a brand when you can't see yourself in a brand because it's not, like, they don't look like you.
There are, like, I wrote what brands do it right, and I think brands like MAC do it right. They've always had a very good range of products to suit lots of different skin types, lots of different skin tones, undertones, and in their marketing campaigns they feature lots of different people of all ages, men and women. So I think that they've done a really good job. I think NARS as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they've done really well. Brands of that same caliber, you know, a lot of the drugstore brands, they've got so much money, and I just find that.
Even like skincare brands, like the Garnier campaigns, have you seen those?
That's why I don't watch TV, you know, because I have a TV, but I don't have free to air because I refuse to watch TV when there are no people, like very few people that look like me on TV. And I'm not saying this is from a narcissistic point of view, but the reality is in Australia, there are Asians in our society.
There's heaps of us.
And people come here, I know people come here and they're like, whoa, there's so many different types of people. It's very multicultural. They're so surprised because everyone you see on TV, unless it's SBS, it's all white people. Sorry to say that, but it's the truth.
And magazines, media.
Yeah, it's sadly like that. And I feel like there's such a big disconnect that it's not relatable. I wish there was more inclusion, and that extends to marketing as well. I think it's good that they've got some people now, they've got more Asians than they used to, but they need to continue.
Yeah, it's slow.
And more. So last question is, I think this is a good question. What Asians do you like watching on YouTube, or would you recommend? I'm not going to include any that I've collabed with because obviously I love you, Kat and Karen. The first person that came to mind was It's Rosa, and she's a Huffy as well, and she does amazing makeup tutorials. She's also got a really sweet personality, and I love her makeup. She's very creative, and I honestly wish I could do makeup like her. Like, she has just such a good technique, and like she blends and blends, and it's just
beautiful.
Diffused. I'm always inspired by her makeup, and I've always got some like her looks saved into my phone and stuff. So I think she's a great channel. How about you?
Cool. I'll check her out. The main person I watch who's Asian is you, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Melissa Gold. Check it out. But other than that, like, I really love Lab Muffin.
Yeah, I love her too.
Lab Muffin.
I feel like I always learn so much from her.
She's so smart.
She's a fountain of knowledge.
And she's just, like, really honest.
Yeah.
She just says it how it is.
Yeah.
And she makes like little animations in her videos. She puts so much work into them.
She does. She doesn't have very many videos.
She's getting like more frequent, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's good. Another one I really like is Gotham Mister. She's predominantly a skincare channel, but I have to really be careful when I watch her because I feel like after I watch her, I just want to buy everything she's recommended.
Risky.
She gives a lot of like very thorough reviews. She tries a lot of skincare, so I feel like she's tried a lot of products out and has like a good knowledge of different types of products. Yeah, I really enjoy watching her. She's really well spoken, very eloquent, and I like people like that. And she's also more mature as well, which I find as I'm getting more mature, I tend to like watching people that are a bit more mature as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like all the young lingo, I can't do it. Like lit and stuff. I can't.
Yeet? I still I don't know what yeet means.
Have
you heard of yeet?
No.
It's like all that young people say it all the time.
Okay,
yeet.
yeah, obviously I'm not young.
Someone will know. Okay, so this person hasn't uploaded in a while. It's Natalie Tran from Community Channel. And she had a couple videos about like being Asian and like her experience in society and stuff, and it's really interesting. She's
really funny. I like her videos
so
as well.
funny.
Like she's a real OG YouTuber. She's been around since I was in high school, I think.
She's been on there for like 12 years or something.
But it's been a long time since I've actually watched her, actually.
Well, I don't think she's uploaded. Yeah, it's been a year, I think.
What? A year? Because we were talking about and saying, will we be on YouTube after 10 years? Like, it's pretty hard to keep the passion and keep everything, and she might want to do something else. She might have other career opportunities. You don't know. The last one I want to mention is Michelle Wang. I love Michelle's channel. I think she's another person that's super well spoken, and oftentimes you'll watch a whole video of hers and she's hardly got any cuts, and I wish I was like that, but I have to like full on edit my videos so I sound coherent. But I wish I had her ability to talk.
Same. And
she tries out a lot of the makeup that I'm lusting after, so I will watch her videos when I want to buy something, and she usually will enable me to. So it's another one that's a bit dangerous. It's a bit dangerous.
It's a bit risky.
Yeah, it is. But I love her. I think it'd be cool to meet her. But, you know, she's in the US, so I think that's everything. And I think we've rambled a lot. So hopefully you found all that interesting. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts about being Asian, or like if you're not Asian, do you like Asians? Obviously you'd like us if you were watching. But I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate you supporting fellow Asians.
Yeah.
Is that a weird thing to say? But like...
No, it's nice. It's helpful. Sometimes it can feel a bit lonely.
And it's nice. Like, it's nice to have you. And yeah. Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
So yeah, I think that's everything we want to say. Is there anything else you want to say? Please go check out her channel. Check out her video. She's awesome. I love her channel. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.